everyone, welcome to the Manic Pixie Film Girl vlog. Today we are going to talk about the new cast of The Bachelor with Nick Viall. I guess as a feminist, it is kind of a struggle to figure out why I watch a show like The Bachelor when it is literally just a bunch of women competing for the attention of a man. And like they make the women look bad always. And I guess when they do The Bachelorette, it's like the same thing, but they make the guys look bad, but it is still sort of something I grapple with. But anyways, we're just going to go through, we're going to look at some of the girls that are in this cast this season, and we're going to predict who should be the winner, because even before we met these ladies, it's so predictable because I think they pick ahead of time. It's like the show Unreal, probably. But anyways, so it is worth noting, the average age of a girl on the season of The Bachelor is 26, and Nick Viall is 36. So the odds are he'll be a decade older. I just don't understand that because they have complete control over who they can cast. I don't get why they wouldn't pick someone who's at least like 30 years old. I also think it's really hard to believe that girls who are my age, just like a year or two older than me, are on this show. Like, they are so desperate to get married that they think the only way they can do it is via reality television, and I think that's insane. But in good news, 1/3 of the cast is women of color, so that's good. That's probably some of the most diverse that the show's ever been. It's kind of actually really problematic that the Bachelor or Bachelor has never been a person of color. They're always white. So when they make the cast more diverse, they then increase the chances of, or their ability to choose from a pool of non-white people to make part of the show again, because I mean, at this point, it's just pretty much inexcusable. And then just some fun facts about the girls. Almost everyone who, in their like little Q&A that they fill out in their bio, if they were asked their favorite movie, almost every single one of them said The Titanic or The Notebook. And they were also asked if they could be a fictional character, who would they be? Almost everyone either said Ariel from The Little Mermaid or Olivia Pope from Scandal. Not like they're all kind of the same, which is pretty predictable. And then I also hope Nick has a type, because we have a set of generic blonde girls, just some blonde girls that all look exactly the same, and it's freaky. And then we also have a set of generic brunette girls, just some brown hair girls that all look the same, and it's freaky. But I could fit in that group of brunette girls if I were like just a little bit more like, I don't know, if I did yoga or something, maybe I could pull it off. But anyways, let's get into some specifics of these ladies, because some of them, you know what, we're gonna roast a few of them right now. So Liz seems like a really nice person. She just had like one fun fact that I thought was a red flag. So what's cool about her, she's a doula, and she helped birth her sister's kid, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty, I don't know, that's cool. I have a lot of respect for that. And she seems like a nice person. But then she shared like an embarrassing thing she does, and she said she picks her nose while driving. And like, we all do something gross like that, but that's not what this is for. That's not what your Bachelor profile is for. Like, you should just say like, oh my god, I sing in the shower. You know what I mean? That was pretty, I guess we have to applaud her for being bold, but I don't know. To me, that's a red flag. We also have Ida Marie, who was asked, what is your favorite book and who's your favorite author? And to what's your favorite book, she just said, I need to read more books. And to who's your favorite author, she said, again, I need to read more books, which just begs the question, has she never read a book? Like, it just says, which one is your favorite? You know, if you've only read The Little Engine That Could, just say The Little Engine That Could. Just, like, pick a favorite book you've read, and then just say the author that wrote that book. It's not like they're trying to see how well read you are. They just pick a favorite. So just the fact that she wouldn't even say, I don't know, I wouldn't trust that. We also have Jasmine G, who I think is also pretty cool, but again, one red flag. So she's a pro basketball dancer, which is a really cool occupation. Yeah, that's just, I mean, that's the kind of occupation that lands you on The Bachelor, just because it's like kind of fun and flirty. But then also, when asked, verbatim, if you could be anyone else for just one day, who would it be and why? And she said Guy Fieri, which is weird to me. She says he can cook and he gets to travel and eat food from all over the country, and he is hilarious. Guy Fieri, I guess, like, and she's not even kidding. It would be one thing if someone did it for like the meme of it, but she's not kidding. She wants to be Guy Fieri. so whatever. Christina, if you could be a fictional character, who would you be and why? And she picked Fiona from Shrek. Again, I guess it beats like everyone saying Ariel because she has nice hair and a killer body. But Fiona from Shrek is also like, that is a meme. That is a meme, you saying that. But they're not doing it for irony. And then Vanessa, this is a great one. What are your best 3 attributes? And her first one, and she just says, my personality. Like, no, the question is from what within your personality is good. Like, you can't just say my whole personality is my best attribute. That doesn't count. No, I'm sorry, that's not how you answer the question, Vanessa. But anyways, now we're gonna get into my favorite ladies, and eventually who I want Nick Viall to choose in the end. So, we've got Brittany, who admires Beyonce most out of anyone in the world, and that's something I can really get behind. She seems like a nice girl, she seems pretty with it, level-headed. I like her. We've got Kristen, who's a wedding videographer, and I just think that's a leg up in this kind of competition. If you can envision a wedding ahead of time and the whole point of this is to get married, I think she's definitely in the right place, and she should definitely use that as like her pitch. I don't know. We've got Jamie. She catered the Oscars, and she claims to be able to bench press a date depending on how big they are, but she says she can like most of the time do it, which is cool. Like, you go, Jamie. But then she does have one thing that I'm just like, so she is a pescopolo lacto-ovo-parotarian, which means she just eats fish and bird and byproduct. Like, I have celiac disease, and like, I know that there are guys who straight up don't date girls that won't eat gluten, and I just want to know what they think of this. Which, like, listen, you eat whatever you want to eat, like, it's your own prerogative, whatever, and guys who don't want to date people based on what they want to eat is kind of silly, but this is limiting. This is really, fish and bird and byproduct is very, very limiting. Like, can you not even eat salad? I don't know. I think it's fair to question. I think it's pretty fair to question. Then we also have Rachel, who is an attorney, which is so cool. Usually they're all yoga instructors or something like that, but she's an attorney. And I think that's really, really admirable. If she could be anyone, she would be Michelle Obama. Again, an admirable person. Some of them pick, like, Britney Spears. And it's like, listen, I would be Britney Spears for a day, for like, if I could too, but she wouldn't be the one person I pick. You know, you have to pick someone with, I don't know, a little bit more sophistication in my world. She's 31. So I like that. She's close to Nick in age. You know, I hope he doesn't pick I think the youngest one there is 23. And that's just too young. I don't know. I think that's way too young to have already given up and go on The Bachelor. And she says that her big fear is that she's missed the deadline for love and thinks she spent too much time on her career. But I applaud her for that. Yeah, like, you're an attorney. I mean, good for you. You made it, and now you're finding love on The Bachelor. Maybe, if Nick Viall chooses you, maybe. But still, you're putting yourself out there. Then we have Taylor, who I just think is really relatable, because she shops at Forever 21, and I just don't envision any of these girls as people who shop at Forever 21 because all their clothes always look so expensive, and I don't know how, because they don't usually have very high-paying jobs, or at least it seems like. But I just like, you know, she's just like, I like Forever 21. Thank you. That's relatable. She's also a mental health counselor. A cool job. I always like to judge them on their jobs because it's, I don't know, it's always like their name and their occupation, and I don't know, I think it says a lot because they usually have the same job, yoga instructor, and when it's not that, it's always intriguing. And then, drumroll, the winner of this season of The Bachelor is going to be Danielle M, okay? So she's the winner, for sure, in my brain. She's, again, 31 years old, close in age to Nick. That is important to me. If she could be a fictional character, she would be Hermione Granger, which I think is like a right amount of integrity, but then also like the level of basic you need to succeed on this show. And then she also has a sob story. So her fiance died. She had a fiance. He passed away. She packed up her life and moved to Nashville. And she's a neonatal nurse. I don't know. Usually a sob story gets you to like top 5. But she's gorgeous. She I don't know, she like picked her life back up, started anew. She's gonna have a lot of things to say to Nick. She and Nick will probably have some good conversation, even though like the level of adversity Nick has faced is nowhere near that, because all his thing is like this is just his fourth time on one of these shows, which is its own kind of tragic. But no, I think we're gonna see a lot of Danielle M. or any of the other ladies that I listed that I didn't make fun of, because I think they all seemed like pretty level-headed girls, and I guess Nick probably will pick someone level-headed, though he does kind of need that drama. But that's what I think will happen. Thank you for watching this video. You know, maybe I'll post more about The Bachelor as it goes on, and we can talk about all the mayhem that ensues.